Over the years, some of the company's biggest stars have won titles in ways that make you laugh, groan, and wonder if someone just threw darts at a rulebook. From low blows to DQs, from imposters to corporate overlords, WWE has a knack for turning titles into props, plot devices, and occasionally comedy gold. Now, when we talk about dumb WWE title changes, we're not referring to that they should have taken the belt off of one person and put it on someone else. No. We're saying the actual match ending was stupid, and it either devalued the title, the people involved, or both. I'm Senior Siete for 7 Wrestling. Let's take a look at 7 title switches that had the worst finish ever. Now, before we get into that, we appreciate your support, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and acai moonsault that notification bell. Also, we got merch. Show the world you're a part of the brotherhood, even if you're a sister with our shirt, stickers, and other business. Number 1, Show Off Showed Up. Dolph Ziggler's World Heavyweight title win was a textbook example of WWE's penchant for turning logic into a punchline. The match was set between the champion Edge and Ziggler with the stipulation that Edge would lose the title if he used his signature spear. In a bout that saw interference from Vicky Guerrero and a referee bump, Edge delivered the outlawed spear and followed up with a kill switch to retain the title. This led to Vicky Guerrero, in her role as SmackDown's acting general manager, awarding the world title to Ziggler. And maybe this could have worked if they'd let Ziggler run with the belt, but he almost immediately lost it back to Edge. This decision not only undermined the credibility of the title, but also highlighted the WWE's tendency to prioritize storyline drama over logical progression. While Ziggler's subsequent cash-in in 2013 was a much more well-received title acquisition, the initial win was a glaring example of how WWE sometimes sacrifices consistency for shock value. You only get to win your first world title one time, and they'd already sullied Ziggler's run with this dumb twist. In the grand scheme of things, this episode serves as a reminder of WWE's occasional disregard for the sanctity of titles, opting instead for moments that are memorable for their absurdity rather than for their merit. Number 2, Best Friends Forever. The European title kind of became a joke with it being held by people like Mideon. In fact, the way Mideon won the title probably belongs on this list, but it didn't even happen during a match. He just found the belt in Shane McMahon's bag and was like, "Hey, can I have this?" Shane said, "Sure." Next thing you know, Mideon is your European champion, which is such a shame because the championship got off to such a great start. That being a one-on-one tournament final on Raw between the British Bulldog and Owen Hart. Check it out if you got a chance. It was pretty much downhill from there. First nail in the coffin came on December 11th, 1997. WWE Commissioner Sergeant Slaughter booked the then European champion Shawn Michaels to defend his belt against his buddy, Triple H. This was all a ploy by the Sarge to splinter the rowdy, juvenile, delinquent D-Generation X. And to prove that the old Sarge couldn't make these cool bad guys look bad, Shawn just lays down in the ring. Yeah, he basically gives Triple H a free pin. Done. Triple H wins, in quotes, the European title. Now let's be clear, this was pure heel DX gold. Fit the characters perfectly. Michaels and Triple H were always walking that weird tightrope of cowardly heels and coolest guys in the room. In terms of storytelling, credit where it's due, it made people talk, but here's where it tanks. This win absolutely devalued the European title. When a title can change hands without even pretending that there is resistance, what does it even mean? Turns championships into props, less a symbol of achievement, more like a token you pass around. If Shawn Michaels doesn't care about the title, why should I? Even if it was funny or clever in that moment, booking tells fans don't take this title seriously because the people in charge certainly don't. And that's a death knell for credibility in wrestling. And weirdly, the next time that belt changed hands, it was under stupider circumstances. Number 3, Dust to Dust. This is what we're talking about. So Owen Hart technically beat Triple H for the European title, sort of. In January of '98, Triple H was out with a knee injury. Rather than just call off the match, WWE booked this whole farce where Goldust disguises himself as Hunter in a wig, crutch, big old fake nose, the works. Luna dresses up like China, And then Hunter Dust, as JR so politely called him, walked out, acted like Triple H, and stepped in to defend the European Championship. Owen Hart comes out, wrestles Hunter Dust, hits the sharpshooter, gets a submission win, and Commissioner Sergeant Slaughter steps in after the match and rules that since Goldust substituted for Triple H, the win counts. Owen is now your European champion. Yeah, he wins the title from somebody pretending to be Triple H. So once again, they undercut the legitimacy of the championship when you don't have to actually beat the guy, just beat someone in a wig who's pretending to be him. Number 4, because Triple H. Alright, I am breaking my own rules on this one because it's not a match, but it is dumb. Oh, so dumb. Imagine you just got your ass handed to you by Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam, the crowd's buzzing, HBK this, HBK that, then shortly after, the general manager Eric Bischoff just strolls in, dusts off the old WCW big gold belt, tosses it to the recently defeated Triple H and says, "Here you go, champ. You're the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion. Congrats." Boom. Belt awarded. SummerSlam 2002, Triple H was not riding high. He lost. And then the WWE books him to become the champion without any kind of struggle. Logic WWE used, Brock Lesnar became a SmackDown exclusive undisputed champ, so Raw needed its own world title. Just kind of hands it to the game instead of a tournament that could have elevated other challengers or any of a variety of other ways to crown a new champ. They just handed it off. And yeah, I get that this helped Triple H's character of him being a smug douche, but come on. And the worst part is they had to make him look strong after the fact, so any challenger that came in, Rob Van Dam or Kane, they had to make Triple H look good because he didn't look good winning the title because he didn't win the title. It set the tone for what many fans refer to as the Reign of Terror. Bottom line, if the title's meaning is you win tough matches, then giving it away turns that meaning into nothing. And yeah, it sucked. Number 5, DQLOL. Money in the Bank 2011 is remembered for having one of the best WWE title matches in modern history. Who can forget the finish with CM Punk claiming the title, blowing a kiss to Vince McMahon as he ran through the crowd filled with the Chicago Brethren? But there was a second world title match earlier, and it had a pretty dumb finish. When Christian faced Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight title, the match had a stipulation where Orton could lose the belt on disqualification. So here's a genius plan. Christian, in peak coward mode, spits in Orton's face. Viper loses his mind. Low blow, DQ, ding, 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 just like that. WWE's rule declared that Christian is the new world champion. So hey, congrats! You didn't pin him. You didn't make him submit. You did not wrestle him. You didn't even really survive him, but hey, now you're the champ. Yes, it is in character. Christian always had that sneaky, opportunist vibe, but seriously, the world title, now it's just a prop you can grab if you make someone mad enough. And maybe we'd give it a pass if it led to a Christian run of using clever tactics to retain the title, but much like Ziggler with Edge, Christian immediately dropped the belt back to Orton the next month at SummerSlam. Number 6, undressed for success. Alright, evening gown matches were always silly. Basically, professional wrestling's way of saying, we would like to see these women in their underwear, and this is how we're going to make it happen. Yet, as dumb as they were, at least the rules made sense. Strip your opponent down and win. Simple, clear, ridiculous, yes, but you knew exactly what counted as a victory. Enter the May 1999 Sable vs. Deborah match where common sense apparently went on vacation. Sable stripped Deborah down and should have been declared the winner. Easy peasy, kinda sleazy, but no. Commissioner Shawn Michaels stepped in and did what only a soap opera referee could. He awarded the world title to Deborah, the loser, because the winner is the one who's almost naked. Suddenly, a title was handed to the person who failed the only objective in the match. It was absurd, illogical, and emblematic of the era where WWE often prioritized shock moments over coherent storytelling. The irony? Evening gown matches actually had a consistent rule set, so the screw job wasn't even necessary. Was Sable unwilling to strip down to lose the title? Because look at the outfit she wore to the ring. Did she not want to do the job? Because it's not like she was going to be pinned or made to submit. She doesn't have to take a bump. And yes, I realize I'm getting all worked up over the integrity of a title that would eventually be held by Harvey Whippleman in drag. Number 7, watch your step. Okay, just because something's dumb doesn't mean I can't absolutely love it. At Extreme Rules 2012, Cody Rhodes did the impossible. He beat the Big Show in a tables match to win the Intercontinental title. Now let's set the scene. Cody, 6 foot or whatever, facing the 7-foot giant who makes your average human look like a toddler. Conventional wisdom says that the Big Show is basically untableable. Untableable. I said it. But WWE had other plans. You see, Big Show had the advantage early on, tossing Rhodes around like a rag doll. Then the pièce de résistance, Rhodes drop kicks the Big Show just as he's trying to re-enter the ring from the outside. Result, Big Show loses his balance, steps off the apron, right through a table. Safest table bump of all time. And Big Show's face is pure gold. So good. So good that many people wondered if it was an actual mistake. But no, that was the actual finish. And it was dumb. The title changed hands. And I still kind of loved it. Well, there's our list, and I leave out any other dumb WWE title changes. If so, please let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and 5-knuckle shuffle that notification bell. Until next time, I'm Senor Siete for 7 Wrestling saying bye-bye.